Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Sit Back, and in today's video I'm bringing you my review of the Judgment hand cannon, and this is a legendary that can be obtained from any means through the Trials of the Nine. That means by flawless, through the vendors, through a package, anything as long as it's through Trials, you can get this hand cannon. It's okay, but it's got a lot of trade-offs as well as it does pros, and we're going to go into that today. First off, I'm going to show you the perks here and recommend what I would run on it. So the intrinsic perk is Adaptive Frame. And then we have the 3 sights. The first one's for stability. The second one is a balance of all 3 of range, stability, and handling speed. And the bottom one is just for range. I go with stability. Then the 2 traits are slide shot, and opening shot. I would use slide shot, which makes it to whenever you slide, you get increased range and you get ammo in your mag. And then the last trait is increased movement speed and target aim assist whenever you're aimed in. And that's what I would run. Next, we're going to just go through the PvP section of this gun. And as you're going to see in a lot of these clips, it might look like I'm doing really bad, but I was hitting most of the shots that were actually connecting. This weapon seems like it has a lot of ghost bullets. Like, the one thing that plagued a lot of hand cannons back in D1 was ghost rounds, and it seems like it's prevalent in this game too. Maybe it was just tonight, or maybe I'm not used to hand cannons because I haven't used them much in this game. But it's a 4-shot kill to the head, or 3 to the head, 1 to the body. And for the rate of fire that this hand cannon has, it can't even duel anything at any range. Like up close, melted by SMGs, mid range, melted by ARs, long range. Shouldn't be using a hand cannon at that range anyway, so it's automatically going to lose. The only time you'll get a kill is when you catch somebody off guard and they don't know you're there, or you're behind them. And even then, they can easily still turn on you. And as you can see here, there's some of these rounds should be just hitting him, and they're not. They're ghosting right through them. And this seemed to be most of the problem after playing with an hour of this gun. These are the best clips that I could put in the video. I could not do anything with this weapon. It was so lackluster that literally this was the only thing I could do with it. Just lucky 1v1 engagements that I'd win, and it'd mainly be because of team shotting. On a 1v1 scale, this gun will make you lose every single 1v1 gunfight you'll ever encounter. It is almost impossible because everybody else will be running something that's in the meta, such as a good sidearm like the Last Hope, or the Prosecutor, or 450 RPM ARs, or the Mida multi-tool, or anything of that sort could just easily outgun this hand cannon. It's god awful in PvP. I would pretty much just recommend not ever touching it in PvP. I thought it would be good because it come from Trials, and I'm like, alright, so a lot of the Trials guns that I have used are really good in Trials. So maybe there's something I'm missing here, but after an hour of playing with both perks, there's just no redeeming qualities with it. Like, the impact's not good enough, really. The rate of fire doesn't make up for it. It's really big and bulky, so it's really hard to see a lot of the time. And its reload speed is not redeeming either. It's very slow reload speed, only 9 bullets in the mag. Yeah, 9. It's just, I didn't see really anything that would draw someone towards using this gun when there's better hand cannons, such as the Better Devils, or plenty of other ones. Vignette 42, which is an energy one. I like it too. I think it was in the beta, but this clip right here was the best I could get out of an hour. Almost a triple. It's that bad. Like, I would easily been able to pull that off with anything else. So the second section of this is going to be the PvE section, which is what you're watching in the background now. I just thought I would hop into EDZ and do a public event and have a lot of mobs so I could really show it off. This weapon will one-tap to the head most enemies that are not majors. So Scions, Dregs, anything Fallen, most of those will get one shot. The Legionaries will be like left on a little sliver of health that would be easy to just melee or just follow up with a body shot and wouldn't have to care much about it. It's really good in PvE. This is where the pros come in for this weapon. In PvP, the weapon's a straight con. You're just downgrading yourself by using it. I would never use it. But in PvE, I actually see myself using it a lot of the time, just because it actually, in here, it seems like the impact on it's actually redeeming. It's got a decent rate of fire, and the impact on it actually seems to take out most of the enemies pretty fast. Even majors, you can do 2 clips and take out like Major Colossus, which you'll see during this public event here. And I don't know why they did this. Like, you would think a Trials hand cannon would be really good in PvP. That's where the guns come from, or a PvP oriented gun with PvP perks. But this hand cannon just completely sucks in the Crucible. But if you use it in PvE, It's actually, I consider it a top tier hand cannon, honestly. Like, I would say it's even around the Better Devils range for PvE. In PvP, Better Devils will outdo this gun almost every time. But in here, this gun is actually really good. I think the Better Devils and this one might have the same archetype. I'll have to look. But it's just the explosive rounds on the Better Devils and the way it's look, and it's not as bulky as Better. So that's why I would say run that in PvP instead. But this PvP or PvE part of it, it's just flawless almost. Like, I really enjoy this hand cannon a lot. I use it in the raid actually a good amount of times, because if you just shoot one bullet onto the phalanx shield, the little crit spot in the middle, it shuts it down and you just follow up with one shot to the head on the phalanx and it's done. And that's where this weapon's just, it seems to shine, is PvE, which is still just surprising to me. I didn't think that the Trials guns would be bad in PvP and some would be good in PvE. There's some of the Trials guns that are good in both, but really excel in PvP because that's where they're supposed to. But this gun is just odd. It doesn't seem to really fit its place with all the other ones. It seems to be best in PvE. So if you do find yourself getting this weapon from Trials next week, or if you already have it and you just haven't gotten around to using it, I would recommend using it in PvE. Don't waste your time with PvP. There's a meta for a reason. ARs, sidearms, scout rifles. That's the way to go. There's some guns you can get by with. They're like mid-tier, which are like pulses and stuff, but it's got to be the Nightshade archetype. Any of the slow firing ones are pretty garbage in there as well. And some of the slow firing SMGs, like the 600 RPM SMGs, I use the Trials one on that, which I'll also be reviewing that. I'll pretty much be reviewing all the Trials guns I have, because I almost have all of them, and I just really enjoy them a lot, because they all seem very unique in their own way. So I'll be getting around to reviewing all those. I thought I wanted to do the hand cannon first, because this seems to be the only one that's really excels in PvE over PvP. So I thought I'd just do this one because it seems like the outlier of all of them. But we're coming close here to the end. Should be finishing up the public event here in just a couple seconds. I don't think I fully completed it because I was just trying to use the hand cannon. I wasn't really using everything at my arsenal. I can't remember if I completed it or not. But yeah, if you did enjoy the video, do hit it with a like button. It greatly shows support for the channel. Also, if you want to see more content from me, hit the little subscribe button down below. And also, if you do, hit the little bell next to it. That'll notify you every time I upload something to the channel. And also, in the description will be social media links and my PlayStation Network account if you want to add me to play. We're growing our Destiny 2 channel, so if you need a clan still, you can join that. We have, I think, 25 or something like that right now. And we're almost ranked 4 already, so it'd be greatly appreciated if we can get some more people in there. It'd be really helpful to boost everybody's light level up and just get a bunch of great rewards. But yeah, it's been Acidic, and I'm out. Peace.